Howdy y'all, it's Cody from the Keepers of Nerdom. How you doing? So apparently yesterday, 2 days ago, we finally got a Warhammer Community Day preview for Necrons Codex, and trying to get to this, but I was doing a few other videos and messing around with some stuff as well for the weekend. I wanted to give some thoughts here and hear from you, really, and also just kind of a thought of working towards getting close to 500 subs. Like, share, and subscribe. And we might do a little prize thing. I'm trying to figure that out still too, so we'll see. I'll keep you posted as we know. But Warhammer Day preview: Emoth the Stormlord unleashes the immortal wrath of Codex Necrons. We're not going to read all of this because if you've watched any videos on the internet, you know that there's quite a bit here. The Necrons are back. Overlords are a focus point here. And let's see. Well, let's just watch it really quick. Cool. All right, so pretty neat. Necrons Codex, Emoth the Stormlord is got a new model. Funny fact, that's a different staff than Emoth has. There's no gauntlet on his hand here in this booklet that's shown, so just something to keep in mind. Let's look down here at Emoth the Stormlord. Funny fact, I have just recently in December gotten the original model, the actual one from Games Workshop. Found it down when we were on vacation. Pretty awesome. I love it. The resin is very interesting to work with, very different. And I'll be honest, having looked at this, and it's interesting to see on the internet, like several of the people that are reviewing Codex Necrons are also, I think, in a similar boat as myself. Because at first I was like, I feel bad that I'm kind of going, meh. And yet some of the other people on the internet going, he's okay. It's not that this is a bad model by any means. It's not. It's just that, yeah, this looks like Emoth the Stormlord that we already have. The only thing is, Emoth the Stormlord from the previous version was a little bit, like, because of the resin, a little chunkier on some of the pieces, which made him just stand out as bulkier armor-wise. And I think that was an important note of his gauntlets also much bigger than that in the resin model. I think in part because they had to, just because it was more breakable. And I think it actually added to his presence. You know, it wasn't necessarily a very dynamic model, but this is very similar to the previous model. So I do like the cape. I will say that the cape is very, very nice. But again, it doesn't have a whole lot of detail to it. It's the exact same cape as last time, just more flow, which it looks good. And I love the spiders on it, or the scarabs. Love that. Fantastic. Simple, right? Their painting job here is just, it's simple, and I'm not saying I'm like an expert painter, but I don't know. It's okay. It's just, yeah, it's okay. So let's go into it really quickly. Some other thoughts. Fourth Codex. I like it. It's simple though. And I think it's just an overlord. And that's fine. Is that the Staff of Stars, technically? I don't know. Or the Staff of Light. Not sure, but very interesting. All right, let's continue on. It shouldn't be Emoth the Stormlord, but anyway. Who is this exactly? Really? Because I don't think the Overlords have this many things. I'd have to go look. Actually, Vargard Oberon or Nemesis Zandrik had a lot of this stuff. Interesting. His cape was like that with those little long, thin tassel pieces as well of metal. All right, so let's see. We've got several dynasties. The Awakened Dynasty is coming back. Hyper Crypt Legion lets your Necron units hyperphase into strategic reserves at the end of the enemy turn. Bring along a monolith or two to make use of their Eternity Gates to return units and trigger powerful stratagems. Oh, side note, this is up right here. 47 data sheets, and apparently we're at 50, 51, something like that. And I can't remember. I'd heard 51 initially, and then some people started saying 50, and I'm like, that's weird. We're losing some, and it makes me really, really nervous for Locust Lord because he's really useful, and I really like him. And having had one modded and ready to go for a long time now from my extra pieces from Lichguard that could turn into Triarch Praetorians. Used some of that stuff. And then making a Resurrection Orb for him to hold is really easily done by just grabbing pieces of the, oh, what do you call it around it? The sprue, right? Sorry. And just molding it down to a ball shape. Anyway, so hyperphase recall stratagem. So 2 CPs when your opponent's shooting phase or the fight phase just after an enemy unit has shot or fought, but one Necron's infantry unit has to have one or more of its models destroyed as a result of the attacking unit's attacks, and one friendly monolith model has to exist. Right? In fact, remove your infantry unit from the battle and then set it back up anywhere on the battlefield that's wholly within 6 inches of your monolith and not within an engagement range of one or more enemy units. So it allows you to jump away. Really neat. I like that. 2 CP is expensive, though. We'll see kind of what happens here because some of the data sheets apparently are going to be changed. Yeah. So 5 full detachments, each with unique enhancements and stratagems. Oh my goodness. We're about to see something crazy. All right, we also have the obeisance phalanx, which is contingents of noble overlords from the front line. That's weird. So intrigued what that means. Canoptic Court taps into buried Necron technologies to power Cryptex. So the Cryptex that we've already seen before in the last edition, 9th edition. And then Annihilation Legion, Destroyer Cults. Okay, that makes sense. We've seen that before as well. And that rounds us out our 5 total. So, cool. And then Eternal Madness is an enhancement. Necrons model only for the Annihilation Legion. In the fight phase, each time a model in the bearer's unit is destroyed. If that model is not fought this phase, roll a d6. On a 4+, do not remove the destroyed model from play. It can fight after the attacking model's unit has finished making its attacks and is then removed from play. So this is an interesting thing. Where does this asterisk from? Holy cow. And we're going to scroll back up and find it because that's really weird. Oh, wow. Awakening. The Auspicious Pharaon is just one of the new miniatures in Codex Necrons. Awakening protocols for the rest aren't quite complete yet. And then, what's it say? Some say they just want their chroming repolished and their actuators tightening ahead of their big reveal. Okay. So, this is interesting. Fight on death, but you have to be in the fight phase. So, if you don't make it in there, we'll see. Maybe their ability for the Annihilation Legion is +2 inches of movement or something. That'd be pretty dope. Wow. It's a preview. There's not a lot here. I'm intrigued. I'm confused. I'm fascinated. And Codex Necrons is shaping up quite interesting. I'm really nervous about what are those 3 data sheets at least. Potentially 4 that we're losing. And I'm afraid it is the Scorpec or the Locust Lord. I'm afraid, some of our named people, Vargard and Nimisor, they could be on the chopping block. What else is older? It's kind of weird to think that maybe even Nightbringer could be on the chopping block, right? That's weird to think, because that technically could be true. Just makes me a little unnerved, right? What if it was the obelisk? If it was the obelisk and the Tesseract Vault, cool. Get rid of them. We don't need them that bad. Very nice, and then move on with life, right? But I'm intrigued to see what we get here. Wouldn't it be ironically funny if it was something just nobody saw coming, like something massive, like a Necron Immortals, right? That would never happen right now, but it would just be entertainingly weird if they were just like, yeah, nope, you don't have any more battle line units except for warriors, something like that. Crazy. Anyway, let me know what you think about the epic previews that we've gotten here. I think Warhammer 40K is in a really pretty good spot with 10th edition. I just don't know. I don't know what should we be excited? Should we be nervous? I mean, I'm excited that we get more options, right? But losing potential playability that we've already had is weird. Even if it's stuff that I don't care as much about, it's still weird. Like, we're losing data sheets. Maybe some of them are getting combined into something else. Okay. But still, this is bizarre, right? I've been Cody from the Keepers of Nerddom. Like, share, and subscribe. Take care, y'all. Bye.